Welcome back to another episode of Tell Me Sis podcast, featuring your two favorite sisters,
Alex
and Kyla.
Welcome back, everyone. We missed you guys. It's been about a week.
It's been longer for us.
Yeah. So I think this episode, I'm going to try my best to get it up the same week. We were supposed to have one go up yesterday because our schedule is every Thursday. And our plan for when we started the podcast was to always record 2 episodes on the same day. So we were never skipping them. But it's been difficult with just travel and sicknesses. And anyways, we recently had a loss in the family. So that was a little bit difficult and emotional. And we're just you know what? This is not our full-time job. We do it because we love it. And we don't like skipping. But at the same time, if it happens, it happens. But I'm going to try my best to get this episode up the same day so that you're not missing one in a week.
Yeah. There's just a lot that's been going on. I guess we'll get into the life updates too. I was in New York recently. So
I haven't even heard about it. So I was waiting for the podcast to hear about your trip.
Yeah. I figured. But yeah, I was in New York. I was there we left on a Wednesday afternoon and came home on Monday. So it was Thanksgiving weekend that we were basically gone for.
Did you drive or fly?
We drove.
Okay.
And it was nice too because when we were driving down to New York, we left, I don't know what time it was. It was 3 p.m. or something. Yeah. And we stopped overnight at this really cute bed and breakfast place in somewhere upstate New York. But it was maybe 3.5 hours away or something like that.
So it's good enough time.
It was a very small town. It was past Albany.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But somewhere within that vicinity. And this town was super quiet. There's really not much to do. It's a very, very isolated town. But then there's this really nice bed and breakfast place. And I think it used to be a home, a really big home that they turned into kind of a hotel vibe.
Okay.
So we stayed there overnight on Wednesday, and then the Thursday we drove down to New York.
Stay in New York? In a hotel? Or
we stayed in a hotel. We stayed at the One Hotel.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Right at Central Park.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never been to that one. It's nice.
It's really nice. It's very I think it's very sustainable, and there's a lot of everything they do is around being sustainable. I think I could be wrong.
Environmentally friendly.
Exactly. Yeah. The only thing though that was tough for me was the in our hotel room. It was so nice. I don't want to sound
Is it the no
bratty.
door for the bathroom?
No. Well, I don't want to sound bratty or kind of entitled or spoiled, whatever the word is. But there was a bathroom door.
Yeah, but
the whole wall for the bathroom with the door is glass.
I know.
And the bathroom door itself, it closes, but there's no doorknob or anything. You can't lock it, and there's just a curtain that you pull. It's a full one side of the wall to the other side of the wall, and ceiling to floor curtain. And it's but it doesn't it closes technically all the way, but the way our room was laid out, because we had this sofa area with a TV, a little living area. So if you're sitting in that room, you can kind of see through the curtain, and the toilet, you have perfect view right to the toilet.
That's not bougie, Kyla. That I would feel uncomfortable. I think most people would not like the fact that if you're going to do your business, and someone can potentially see you or hear you. It's
and
weird.
I was with my boyfriend.
Oh, you're talking about, okay.
Should we?
I don't know. It's your decision.
I kind of spoke about it a little bit.
Not on the pod. You said that you were talking to someone, I think, but and then I think we'd cut it out because I don't know if you were. I mean, it's up to you. I can always cut
I remember
this out
there
too.
being one episode where we kind of spoke about it. It was when we had that campaign for Dynamite, and then you came to my condo after, and I was hungover because I had a date the night before.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything. At the time, you were just
we cut a lot out.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. You can let me know.
The episode with Bianca, when I was asking her questions at the end.
Yeah, but again, it was you were I'm talking to someone. It wasn't boyfriend?
He wasn't my boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
I didn't give much.
You can say if you want. Like, I think it's cool because I would like to like ask more questions, but it's up to you what you want public. If you want to wait a little bit, if you want to talk about it now.
So, I mean, I'm cool just keeping it at that. Like,
sure.
I was with my boyfriend because I kind of need to say that. It gives context.
Yes, it does, like, a big context. Like, a new boyfriend, and then all of a sudden you're going to the bathroom.
Yeah, and so I didn't feel comfortable because it's like you could see and like hear things.
Yeah, that's
and
weird.
Then also it's like, I mean, no matter where you're staying, if you're in a hotel room with someone, even if there's like a proper door, like if the walls aren't like big, if the room isn't big enough and like you can kind of hear through the walls. Anyways, this was just like next level. Like,
yeah, because not only, I mean, back in the day, even when I was dating Dan for a while, anytime I'd go to the bathroom, I would put like the sink on, I would close the door and just like make sure that you like couldn't hear things, just because I was like, I didn't like that. Now I don't give a shit. But I'm just saying, at the time I didn't like it. Whereas if you don't even have like a proper door for the bathroom, like itself, and then the toilet room is like also not fully, like it's just,
it was like,
it's a beautiful hotel and the layout is nice.
I was making him leave the room. I made him leave the room I think twice.
I'm sure he didn't care.
He didn't. And he, if anything, he was telling me like he wants me to get like comfortable with that stuff, because like
nice.
With his work, he's like, I see things like this type of stuff is nothing.
But I get it of like,
yeah. And like he's like, it wouldn't change anything for me when it comes to you, like especially at this point.
Yeah.
But like for me, I'm like, no, but still, like
if it makes you uncomfortable, like at this point,
exactly. And so he was like really respectful, like he would leave the room and stuff. But so like that was a whole thing. Whenever we would go to restaurants, I would like try to take advantage, because like,
or like, what about the hotel lobby? Could you go and like,
there was a bathroom in the hotel lobby. It was like in the restaurant section. There might have been another one as well. I tried going there too, but like anyways, I don't know about you, but when I travel, I get really constipated.
Yeah, like it's very hit or miss for me.
So I get like really constipated when I travel, and it's
like if you poop on vacation, it's like, oh, I feel amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you're eating like shit when you go on vacation too. Yeah. Like for the most part, at least for me, like it was like restaurants all day, every single day. We were eating out, and the food in New York is so freaking good.
I know, I love.
But even if you're having something more healthy, which we didn't even do, it's still like not that healthy, you know?
No, and also like, it's not even just the food itself. I mean, that's a huge aspect to it, but I think a lot of people get like, not even travel anxiety, but you're not in your comfortable home, you're away. Yeah. Sometimes there's a time change. Like it's
a comfort thing.
Exactly. Like it's a psychological thing. It's kind of like there's a lot of kids when they start school, they never go to the bathroom at school.
Yeah.
Because they're not like comfortable enough to go there.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person, I can literally poop anywhere. I could poop on an airplane. I can poop at the movie theater. Like if I have to poop, I poop. I don't care. And I used to have the opposite issue when I would travel. I would need to bring Imodium. I would have like traveler's diarrhea.
Oh, wow.
Because I used to have a lot of anxiety around travel. Yeah. So like that would trigger it. It wasn't even like a sickness thing. It was like I would just like have to pee and like literally have diarrhea.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
And then as my travel anxiety kind of went away, and I also used to have medication to help me a lot, I wouldn't really experience that. And then I did start to experience like the opposite.
Yeah.
But now I think I'm pretty regular, like, because I really don't give a shit. I could poop anywhere.
Yeah, I think, I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I just don't care. I think it's just the fact that I really don't care.
Yeah. Well, it is a psychological, I mean, for the most part, like, some people, because I've always, like, had a bit of constipation since I was a baby.
Yeah, it's always been like a thing for you.
Yeah, but then like also it depends.
TMI.
Yeah, sorry, TMI.
Most people listening are girls, so you're fine.
What was I gonna say?
Constipation. Oh, the fact that in general, like, because I'm more comfortable, I could just do it anywhere. I don't care. And you're like, oh, it's.
Yeah. So for me, it's a comfort thing for me, I think, and especially when I'm traveling with a new boyfriend. Yeah, it's like
a double whammy.
Exactly. But it was so much fun.
I'm so glad.
It was so much fun. We went to so many amazing restaurants.
Did you try new places?
We tried all the restaurants I went to were new places.
Do you have a list?
I put down a list. Yes.
Do you want to read it?
Wait, no.
Okay.
A lot of places we went to. Okay, I have a list, but like it's not of all the places we went to.
It was
like
places you wanted to, and
yeah, there's a few restaurants we went to that like he chose.
Okay.
Him and I have like a shared notes of like
Okay.
a list of like the restaurants we wanted to go to.
you should rate them on your notes thing, and then we can maybe post it as a story on Instagram. So if people want to like screenshot it, because I know there was an episode where you spoke about all your favorite restaurants in Montreal, and people literally went back to that episode multiple times to like write everything down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe it would be smart if Kyla like posted this as a story, but I honestly forgot until right this second.
Yeah, okay, so we'll do that.
Could do Montreal and New York.
Yeah, Montreal and New York. We could post it to our Instagram.
Yeah.
I could create like an actual graphic in feed post as well.
Yeah, or we can even save it as a highlight. And actually, if ever we do start traveling for the podcast and we try out different restaurants like around wherever we're going, I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah. I also think, I was thinking about this too. Sorry, we're getting so distracted, but I have a good idea for our TikTok account. We've been talking about this for a while, a series where we go to different cafes in Montreal, even restaurants.
I know.
And then we post it to our Tell Me Sis TikTok account. And then we could also like use it for Instagram, and we just talk about our experience in more detail, like maybe like a section on the podcast or something.
Here's the thing, Kyla and I have excellent ideas, and they're always so like
It's
it's the execution.
It's the execution. It's time consuming. And I will be completely transparent. I need to work on my organizational skills.
Yeah.
Like, I need to come up with a process that
you used to be super organized like last year. Or maybe because I was so disorganized in my life last year.
I was never like extremely extreme. Like, I think it's because in my mind, even though I'm on medication, my mind is still like, it definitely like calms everything, but like I will be so focused on doing one thing. ADHD meds don't help with perfectionism.
Okay.
So like I'm a perfectionist.
So like, why would you not be organized if you're a perfectionist?
When you're a perfectionist, that doesn't mean that like you're perfect with everything you do.
Okay.
It's like the standards that you put on yourself, and like everything needs to be perfect that you're doing, and if it's not good enough, then you have to like go back and redo it, and like you could be working on something that should take like 20 minutes could end up taking like 2 hours.
I see. So that's what hinders the time management, because then the one thing you're focused on right now that's not perfect to your standards takes you way longer than it should.
Exactly. And then with my medication, I'm like very hyper focused on that one thing.
Right. There was one time she was supposed to be here for a podcast at like 10 or whatever, and then you text me at like 10:03. You're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got distracted editing for something, and I'm only leaving now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what? Like, how did you like miss that? But it's because your medication does keep you focused, but then when you're focused on something and you're perfectionist, you're doing it for so long that you forget.
Also, I will say time feels like it moves so much faster when I'm like really focused on something. Like, I'm not even kidding, sometimes to the point where it freaks me out. It'll be 9 a.m. and I'm like working on something. Next thing I know, I look at the time, 4 p.m. and I'm like, and it doesn't feel like the whole day went by.
Whoa, that's
weird. It's crazy. It's because I'm so focused on like what I'm doing. Yeah. But anyways, all that to say, it's just kind of difficult because I need to come up with a whole process for my freelance work.
Yeah.
I got a new client, and like it's a marketing agency in Vancouver, and they gave me some of their clients. And I only started recently. It's been like a month now.
Yeah.
So like, you know, the beginning stages, you're learning a lot, you're getting set up on different platforms and like programs and stuff. And then I have like a few other clients in Montreal. And it's
busy.
And with freelance work, it's like things can change, and like, you know, and then you also want to have a life outside. And then we have the podcast, which is why like I've been so bad with like the creating any shorts, where it's like I don't even think about it anymore. But I was thinking about it last night and this morning. I want to start doing the shorts again, and I have like all these ideas for like stuff I want to be posting on our social media. Anyways, we got so sidetracked.
I know, but this is literally the story of our life. The last thing I do want to say though, when it comes to like just organizational skills and time management, I feel like most people probably know this, but for me, what really works, especially now being on ADD medication, because I can get too focused on something, is to set reminders. So like at the beginning of the day, I have like a to-do list. It might even be something stupid like eat a snack. You know, because sometimes when you're too focused, you forget to like literally eat. So I'm like, I set timers of like, okay, I'm going to be working on this thing now. I have a timer for an hour and a half to edit. when my alarm goes off, I literally stop. I'm not like, oh, I have like 5 minutes left, let me just finish it. Like, no. You stop, you take your break to do whatever it is, like have a snack or do a check-in with like social media or whatever, if there's an email that came in. And then like once you take that 10-minute break, you go back to it and you finish. And I think for me, that's been super helpful because I work for myself and I work from home. I'm not at an office. I don't like have a boss telling me what to do. So I think for me, having that structure has been almost life-changing in my business. Yeah. And it's been extremely helpful for my creativity.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing for me that's lacking right now is my YouTube social media, because I'm so focused on this podcast because I have so much fun doing it. Yeah. And it, like, if anyone is an editor, it takes time.
You know what you can do? What I think would be a really cool idea? If like you're filming a vlog for YouTube and then you're talking about your day, like, oh, like I had... this is what I was doing today. Like you're sitting on the bathroom floor doing your makeup, just like talking to the camera, and it's part of your vlog. Whenever you're talking about something, like you could put in like a clip of the podcast.
Wait, if I'm talking about the podcast?
Yeah, like
I see.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be filming with my sister. She's coming over. Like you guys are gonna be able to watch the podcast on our channel, and then be like, oh, we spoke about X, Y, and Z. And like if it's like a funny story, you can take a clip
that's true.
of that from the podcast, insert it into your YouTube video, like just a few seconds.
Yeah.
And then be like, so you can head over there to watch the podcast, and you keep talking, and anything that you talk about in the vlog, you can like do little like pop-ins.
Yeah, I
make it more visually like fun to watch.
Because there was my last vlog, which is so funny because in my last vlog it was like a summer recap vlog. Yeah. And that's kind of what I did. Like actually no, because I had like an intro and then I like showed a bunch of clips and then I would speak some more and then show clips of that. But I really liked that idea. The only thing is in my last vlog, I was like, I'm so excited to be back on the grind of YouTube because like it's back to school. I have so much more time now. And then literally nothing since. And even that, it took me so long to upload that video. And it's because I've been so extremely busy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I really like to work from 9 to 5. Like I try my best. Sometimes I work past 5, but like I do not work on weekends.
Yeah.
It's like I'm with my kids. I cannot do it. And I'm like, for my mental health, like I just need to have that structure.
Yeah.
And so sometimes with the editing or if I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot to like do that one thing or send that email, like I'll do it. It's not a big deal, but I'm pretty strict. And so just with the time that I have throughout the day, I'm like, where the fuck is the time? And there's this one girl. So if you're listening, I'm so sorry that I did not get back to you yet. It takes a while for me to like make decisions. She is really good at editing and she offered to work part-time for us, but I was thinking maybe starting with me and like my YouTube channel and seeing like how that looked. And then if I do like it, like eventually if this podcast like grows and we're able to start making some money from it, that's like an investment that we can, do.
Yeah.
But for right now, I think it's like I don't mind editing the podcast. I just think I need help a little bit with like the rest of my stuff because it's just too much to do it all by myself.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that like see how it goes with this girl, and if she's really good, then I'm definitely open to like seeing if she can edit.
Because if she can just edit the pod and then add do the shorts.
What I also think would be like really helpful is someone who can like edit our videos, but then also like do some outreach for us for like different,
a manager.
No, like not even necessarily a manager, just like, because I don't want a management. They always take a percentage. I love marketing agencies. I love managements and stuff. All for it, but like we're so small, like it's
but
not.
Then what, if they were to do outreach, wouldn't they take a percentage?
Be like a freelancer who we see like what their skill sets are. And if one of the things that they have experience with is, reaching out, like pitching us to different companies and doing some back and forth, just keeping us updated.
Yep.
We just pay them hourly.
And then how do we, okay, well, anyways, this could be a conversation for off the
the
podcast, but I think that is a really cool
idea.
We
went from talking about
shitting
in New York and like being constipated when we traveled to now all of a sudden we're coming up with all these different like business ideas.
I know. But I mean, listen, if you're right now watching this or listening to it and it's something that you do, definitely send us your CV. Or if it's something you think you can do or you have experience in it and you don't do it anymore, but maybe you do it on the side, like just send us your CV. Our email's always in the description. It's just tellmesispodcast@gmail.com. I mean, our goal for this is to eventually grow it into some form of business. I mean, it would be so fun. We really have been enjoying interviewing people. I think that would be really cool to dive into that space a bit more. You guys seem to really like our last interview with Kyla. I think it resonated with some of you, the fact that she is like, she made it for herself, you know, like she started this company from nothing, from scratch with zero money, and she made it into this huge empire, which I think people don't realize when she says, oh, I just like teach swimming lessons for a living. No, she owns a swim school. She owns this huge company that is extremely successful, not just financially, but like within a community, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that aspect resonated with a lot of people and how real she was.
Yeah.
And she's really good at speaking about what she does because she's super passionate about it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that she pretty much nailed it when it comes to, I mean, her and Kareem both nailed it.
Yeah.
Because they're really filling in a gap within that niche, you know, in that industry. Initially Kyla saw something that was lacking, and they not only were able to come up with a solution for it, but they were able to market themselves in a way that was actually converting, you know? It's like you have to know there's so much. It's so hard having a business because there's so much that goes into it, and like I'm sure everyone listening and watching knows this. It's not, but it's like when you really, really look into it and like you do a bunch of research. I mean, I kind of have to do it too with like my freelance work, and I have my clients. It's like you can't just say, okay, this is like someone's target audience. This is where they like, this is their target audience. This is the demographic.
Yeah.
Let's call it a day. It's like, no, you have to understand like how much money do you think they're making? What are the issues that they're facing? What are they Googling? What platforms are they using?
Yeah.
You know, you almost have to be like a freaking mind reader. Like there's so much that goes into it.
I know.
But it's fun, but it's also hard.
Guys, all work is hard no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, granted, coal mining, nursing, like there's jobs that are very much, obviously we know, they're a lot harder. But I'm saying like when you have a job that makes you income, you want to keep up with that, right?
Yeah.
And if you're passionate about it, it's just that much more exciting to be able to do something that you love every single day. But then there's also that added aspect of like, I don't want this to stop because I am enjoying it and I don't want to go back to doing something I don't enjoy. How can I make this sustainable? I was speaking on a panel the other day with my management team, and then there was a girl from an agency that they work a lot with who has different brands that she works with. She's kind of like the in-between between a brand and then a management team. So she acts as this is confusing. Her company bridges the gap between the brands and my management. So it was really fascinating to talk to someone who works closely with brands and then other creators and then also people who work at a management firm. Because it was all about mental health in social media and as a creator, because a lot of creators don't get that validation from people. A lot of the community thinks it's very much like you have an easy life, right? Like you have an easy job, you get a bunch of free shit, you make a ton of money for nothing, and you just complain, and like that's what a lot, like they don't see it as like a real job. Whereas when we spoke about it, a lot of it has to do with the fact that you're tying your life into your content, which then becomes about self-worth, and then you get constant criticism online with a lot of compliments. But then like, how do you deal with that? Who can you talk to? If you're the only person in your life that does social media for a living, who do you talk to about that, right? How can you relate to someone? And then most people
can feel really isolating.
Yeah, and then most people don't take your job seriously. Like even at the bank, like I remember when I started, it was like 2015. I started making money and I quit my job, and no one here knew what that was. Like they're like, you work for Google? I'm confused. I'm like, no, it's like YouTube, and it was really hard to explain. Nowadays, it's much more. I wouldn't even say it's much more, I was going to say people like really understand it, but they still don't. But people know what it is.
I feel like you have to say you work in digital marketing.
Yeah.
And you're basically a public figure in that space.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not saying we have it so hard, but what is hard is the mental aspect of it, and always feeling like you need to be on. And for example, we lost someone in our family last week, and that was hard to deal with, and then have to like all of a sudden be on camera and act like super normal. Whereas if you were to work a different 9-to-5 job, you can maybe ask for the day off. You can take time to grieve a little bit, depending obviously on the job. But Hi, Ruby.
I think it's all relative. Here's the way I see it. It's like there's pros and cons to, you know, being a public figure like an influencer. There's pros and cons to working a 9-to-5. There's pros and cons to owning your own business or being in freelance.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons to everything. A lot of the time people just overgeneralize, and they, especially if they haven't done specifically what you do, they don't actually understand. Like they could maybe hear about it or read about it, but like they can't relate to it because they've never been in that position. And it goes like that with anything in life. And so they think like, oh, like what are you talking about? Like you don't have a boss telling you what to do. You don't have to like be in office. You don't have to do this or that. Like you have it so good. It's so easy and stuff. And it's like, yeah, of course, like you don't have to do all of those things, but you're not saying that like, you know, your life is so hard and so horrible. It's there, things could still affect you.
Yeah.
And like there are things that are difficult in being an influencer. Like I've experienced it firsthand.
Yeah. And I think so one of the people from my management team was like, listen, like I work closely with you guys. I would never want to do what you do, just because it's like, oh my gosh, I see like the negative effects of it. And not only are we like the creative director, the photographer, the videographer, the editor, like we do all of our dealing with money and like all that stuff. We do all of that, which is just a learning process. But on top of it, you have to, depending on your content, like be on. And we spoke about, you know, when you're going through something that's really difficult, sometimes being vulnerable and sharing it online is actually fruitful for your following and your community and for yourself, because you feel like you can connect with people and like you can talk about it and you feel heard and seen. But then also you're opening yourself up to criticism from people who might not understand and like judge you. And then if you're in a vulnerable place, that actually might be hurtful for you, you know. And there's also trolls that just want to tear you down no matter what. So we were talking about, for myself, I've been very open and transparent about things I've gone through. There's a lot I haven't shared online, and I just never will, because I just don't want that, not even criticism, but I just don't want anyone like making judgment on it, good or bad. But then for me, I can't share something right as I'm going through it if it's really difficult for me, because even if I get the positive feedback of like, oh my gosh, I totally understand, I know exactly how you're feeling, like this is how I dealt with this, or I've gone through it too, or I'm currently going through it, I'll get that one negative comment, and because I'm in a bad place, it will like tear me apart. So I always typically wait until I'm in a better headspace before I share something, if I am going to share it.
Yeah, exactly. Because and like it's really hard. Like also like when it's your full-time job, like yeah, of course there's so many benefits to it. But like when you're going through a hard time, you still have to like be consistent enough and like post and like almost put on this character. And like that's one of the hardest things to do, is to get in front of a camera when you're like struggling so much inside and have to, I mean, you don't have to, but like you kind of do. It's the same thing with like a full-time job. Like if you can't take a day off, or if you're under, you know, there's deadlines to meet and stuff, like you have to just do it. It's the same thing with that, where it's like, you know, if you have to film something for a company, or, you know, if you already missed a few days and you have to get back at it, and whatever it is, it's so freaking hard to get in front of a camera when you're feeling like absolute shit.
And I think the biggest difference between that like 9 to 5, or if you're any kind of like nurse or teacher or social worker or whatever, like you're still acting a certain way because you're at your job or being professional. The difference is you don't have hundreds or thousands of people that are potentially like, you suck, you're ugly, like just constant trolls like digging at you while you're already in a bad place. Like you don't have that at your imagine going to work and like you have people being like, oh my gosh, like I'm so sorry for your loss, or like X, Y, and Z, and like I'm here if you need to talk. And then all of a sudden it's like someone comes in and they're like, you're fat and ugly and you're stupid. And then you just have someone being like, you're an awful person for thinking that like you could take time away from work. And you just have like randomly just people coming into your office just like screaming these things at you. It's kind of like how it feels.
And if someone is sitting there thinking like, or is about to write a comment saying, yeah, well, this is the life you chose, this is just part of what comes with it, it's like,
no one chooses hate.
No, exactly. It's like, yes, okay, this is what comes with it, but like it's an issue.
Yeah, shouldn't people work on not being like that?
You know what I mean? And like, yeah, of course, like you can never change people. You can never control other people. You only have control over yourself and what you decide to listen to and how you decide to feel about yourself and whatnot. But still, that's not to say that like things like that don't affect people. Like it goes back to like the whole thing that we were saying, like black and white kind of thinking. It's like there's always nuance. There's like emotions are complex. Humans are complex creatures, and like two truths can exist at the same time. There's gray areas.
I know.
It's
isn't it weird that people can't understand that?
I think
like, I find it so strange. Like it doesn't process in my brain when people don't see that.
Because you know what it is? Like, think of something that you're very passionate about. Okay. Like an opinion you have that you're very, very, very passionate about.
Yes.
And then someone trying to give you another perspective on that goes against what you believe in.
I'm still open to hearing about it, though.
Yes, but like that feeling that you get, like there's got to be something that like for you, you're like, no, absolutely.
Yeah, like how I really feel, like I'm very much pro-choice, right?
Yeah. So
and that's just how I feel, and I think a woman should be able to make that decision for her body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so
I could still listen to the other person who doesn't think that way.
Yeah, it comes down to like, you know,
I just don't agree with them.
Character and whatever. But like when they say things that like are triggering for you.
Yeah.
It's like you want to like clap back and be like, no, what the hell? Like, are you crazy? Are you stupid kind of thing? Or you'll like at least think it, you know?
Yeah.
Like think of the times where like you've had.
Oh, yeah.
You've like snapped at something or someone. It's like.
Yeah.
Like a different perspective on things that like you feel very strongly about. You're very passionate about. Like to you, it's like about morals and like in ethics. Like, you know, it really comes down to like right from wrong. Like people in that sense, it could be considered black and white thinking.
Yes.
And we could say, no, it's not black and white thinking. It's just some things are just objectively wrong.
Right.
But like still technically it can be black and white like
yes.
I'm starting to sound maybe like a little controversial. Like I hope it's not coming out the wrong way.
To be honest, I'm a little confused. It's like getting confusing in my head right now.
So like it's essentially.
Do you have like an example? Like for me, I'm thinking of like right now, Emily Kaiser.
Yeah.
You know, so she's dealing with grief right now. It's so awful and horrible what happened. And when she came back to posting, she set a boundary from the get-go. She goes, I'm only going to be posting things that make me happy, because talking to my community makes me happy, and I need to do that for my own sanity. And after a few weeks, the hate that she's getting from some people of like, if I were her, I would never come back. Like, you would never see my face again. I cannot believe she's acting like life is normal. That is so fucking weird. And like all this judgment to the point where she had to come back online and say, I am grieving. And one of the things I learned in therapy that's good for you is to have a normal life, a routine daily, and do the things that make me happy. And I'm only sharing those things that make me happy with you guys, this very small amounts of my day. Obviously, I'm grieving the loss of, like, you know, she was like, and I watched that. I was like, the fact that she even had to explain that is so ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
But like, because people just don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I guess I don't get that's very black and white is how people don't understand.
Yeah. It's like, there's always like, listen, I have opinions too. Like, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I also think women should choose what they do with their bodies. Like certain things to me, it is very black and white. It's like, no, this is like right from wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like with those people, it's like, we don't understand them, but like sometimes they're just trolls and they just want attention. Let's be real. Yeah. But like with like the times when like someone has a strong opinion and they think very black and white with like a lot of things, you know, they're just very black and white thinkers. I think that it's like then we can kind of like take a step back and be like, okay, you know what, like this person just thinks very black and white.
Yeah,
they don't have the capacity or the maturity to take a step back and see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And understand that sometimes not everything is one extreme or the other. It's not always all or nothing.
Yeah.
There are certain gray area. There is a gray area, and it's just up to you to be like, okay, like that's just, it's on them. At the end of the day, everyone is essentially projecting, right? Everyone is just projecting their own reality and their own feelings and how they feel about themselves and life and whatever onto other people. And
good or bad. And like, what is right from wrong, you know? Like sometimes I think about it and I'm like, my God, like I can't believe that, you know, like I'm watching the Ed Gain show. Oh my God. It's so creepy.
It's so creepy. And so he's like murdering people and he's like skinning them. And
well, does he murder them or does he just dig them up?
He digs them up, but then he's also killed.
Oh, he has? Okay. Well. I haven't gotten far in the show yet. It was so creepy. I took a break.
But anyways, like, obviously I think what he's doing is wrong. So like, please don't take what I'm about to say out of context. Or like, if you think of like a Jeffrey Dahmer, how he was like a cannibal. Don't take what I'm saying out of context. But then it's like, you know, it's objectively wrong. Like, you don't murder people. You don't fucking eat them. It's disgusting. But like, we eat, at least if, you know, I'm not talking to like the vegans or the vegetarians, but like we eat animals.
Yeah, but not humans.
What's actually the difference between a human and an animal?
Oh my God, Kyla.
You know what I mean?
There is a difference.
No, but I'm saying a right to life.
Oh, I thought you meant the difference between eating both. A right to life, I mean,
you know what I mean?
As human beings, as omnivores, like we would eat animals like throughout history. It's like how we survived.
Exactly.
So that to me, it's kind of like, that's how I see it.
But if you really think about it too, it's like, I'm sure there were other humans that would eat other humans back in the day.
Oh my God. That makes me
I could be wrong, but like the point I'm trying to make is like, why is it that like if someone murders a human, it's jail sentence? Like, so it's horrible, but
killing a human is murder.
Animals.
Killing a human is called murder. Killing an animal is just called like killing an animal.
Yeah.
It's like it's not the same thing, like at all.
But that's because you believe that humans are above animals.
We are. I believe that.
Because of what?
Because of the fact that since the dawn of time to survive would eat these animals, and just like the tiger eats the cow or whatever it is, and the cow eats the grass, which was once, it's like the circle of life, right?
Yeah, it's like the one, like the survival of the fittest, but then also animals would eat humans all the time. Humans were just mentally smarter. They were able to. Humans are technically at the bottom of the food chain in a lot of ways.
The fact that we survived,
we're just smart
as babies. Yes, we're smart.
But what I'm saying is like, that's just like.
This is such a hot take because I'm even uncomfortable hearing this.
Exactly. But the way I see it is like, I mean, I still eat animals, so like. You know what I mean? Also, I do have an opinion on this. This is what I'm saying isn't even my personal opinion. But like, if you actually are able to zoom out and see the bigger picture of things, like animals have just as much of a right to live as us. If you think that animals don't have as much of a right to live as humans, then like why get upset when you see animals stuck in a cage or when they're in a zoo or like,
oh my God, I literally
like
cannot.
You know, whales or dolphins that are at like SeaWorld and stuff. You know what I mean?
So here's how I see it, okay? And I'm sure I'm going to offend a lot of people because for the longest time, you couldn't even like fucking talk about eating an egg on social media without getting freaking murdered by the vegans online. And I was vegetarian for a long time because of how bad I felt for the animals, to the point where I'd faint all the time because I just wasn't eating properly. My doctor was like, you need to eat meat in order to freaking live, because I just couldn't do the lifestyle of it. But I feel so bad for animals. But I also think that like I don't see it the same as like when I go to the grocery store and I buy meat, it's not an animal. Like that's what I do in my brain, right? Like when I go to the farm and I see like the cute cows, I know it's a slaughter farm, right? Because I live in farmland. Like that's a lot of the meat around here is very much like fresh. Like it's the animals have a pretty good life. Like it's not like some place where they, you know, they have a very nice life. And like I have a lot of neighbors that they pitch in and they buy a cow together and like they get parts of the cow that they want, and it's a much better way. But I to me, I can't even do that because I like need to separate myself from it. Because I feel so
What do you
awful.
think about people hunting animals and then taking pictures with like the deer?
So I hate that. If you're hunting for fun, I think that's so dumb. If you're hunting and then you're going to like actually use the whole entire animal to feed your family and you're going to like, that to me is a little bit different. But hunting just for fun to kill the animal just to kill it, I don't like it. It bothers me.
Okay. Yeah. So cause like I have the same opinion as you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like, you know, there's always different perspectives. Like, but I also do believe like humans don't have more of a right to, I'm saying just specifically to live.
Right.
Than animals do.
That's a really interesting, I've never thought of it that way because I'm like, eating a human is cannibalism. You cannot do that. We eat animals because that's what we've done for so long. And that's why vegans are very passionate about not eating animals, because they really do believe that animals have the same rights as humans. Like they really do believe that. I personally don't believe that, and that's also okay. I don't have to believe that. But I also don't like thinking about the fact that the animals are getting killed. Like it really bothers me because I love animals.
I know.
But I also eat meat.
I know. I'm the same. I have the same opinion as you, but I also do understand that like it's not, could you imagine like, I want to give an example, but I can't. It's like so controversial and it's so going to be taken out of context.
Yeah, don't.
But like, anyways, like sometimes I think about it, I have like these deep thoughts and I'm like, you know, it's just like, I don't like that. I understand that we need to live. So we eat meat, animal meat.
You can live without eating meat,
and
but you
I'm
have to
not
eat
a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. I love meat. So I partake in that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that like, you know, oh, it needs to stop, but like, I do think that like it is a little bit.
The industry is a little crazy.
It's a little like, and I also think, don't murder humans. Don't freaking eat humans. That's cannibalism. It's disgusting. Like I'm very much, that's my opinion, but like there is a little bit of I just, from an objective standpoint, I'm like, okay, like I do think that, you know, the punishment for murdering a human is valid. I'm behind that, but like people can murder animals all the time. And like, it's just like, I understand that there has to be
laws around human beings hurting other human beings because of how smart we are.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like if you're going to kill an animal that's attacking you, or like that's why if you're
it's a control thing.
If you're killing a human that's attacking you and you kill them in self-defense, it's not the same type of murder. That's why there's different tiers, right? Like murder is murder, but if someone is literally about to kill you and you are able to grab something to knock them out or like shoot them or whatever because you're about to get killed yourself, that's self-defense. It's different.
Yeah.
Right? And so I don't know. It's like very weird conversation, but like I also don't
so deep.
So speaking about black and white conversation, there is one thing that I'm very much like a black or white on it. Like for some reason I'm on Everest talk on TikTok.
Yeah.
All I see is like people climbing Everest, talking about how dirty it is, the amount of pollution, the people that just die and you like leave them on the mountain because it's like too expensive to bring them down. No, and then the amount of people that are up there and the fact that it costs like $60,000 to do it is the dumbest thing in the entire. I think if you're going to climb Everest, you're a fucking idiot. Like that's just what I think. And it's very like black and white thinking. But to me, there is no gray. It's like, just stop. First of all, the Sherpas that are going up there and carrying all your shit for you, that's awful that you're forcing them to do that. You're paying all this money to pollute a mountain to potentially die, and then you leave the corpse up there. Like, it is so dumb.
It's like very
bougie, rich.
It's unethical.
Idiots. Yes. Like, that's my opinion on it, and I'm sure people probably disagree, but I grew up thinking like climbing Mount Everest is like the coolest thing in the world, and now I hear this thing that people say, like, if you could climb out Mount Everest and couldn't tell a single soul, would you do it?
Bro, yeah, because then it gets down to like, okay, what are the intentions behind it?
It's all ego. Why else would you fucking climb Mount Everest? It's not even that hard of a climb. Okay, it's hard of a climb because like you could die, but the actual physicality of it, people are saying compared to other mountains that are really hard, they might not be as high, but they're really difficult. Like, go climb a different mountain.
It's because it's the highest peak,
I guess.
Highest and steepest peak.
And people now with all their smartphones, they film.
Oh yeah, I've seen things pop up on my social media too of like the bodies and stuff. It's like
the bodies that's disturbing.
And they're frozen, so like it's not even. It's like, so sad.
The garbage.
I know.
The garbage that is left up there, and not only that, but you're using bodies as checkpoints. Oh, there's green boots. Now we have this much left to go. Huh?
It's so unethical if you really think about it.
It's so weird.
Oh my gosh. I'm not on Everest TikTok. I see a few videos that pop up for me.
Yeah.
But like I just scroll. But that's crazy. There's green boots.
Yeah, there's a guy who had green boots who died. I don't know what year.
No, there's what I do know is that there are some corpses on Mount Everest that are like famous now.
Yeah. Because they're checkpoints.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I find it like anyway, but that's I guess an example of something that I am personally very black and white on, because to me it's like, just don't climb it. Like, just don't be stupid.
I know. Well, I have that opinion too. Like with even like, you know, someone who I'm trying to think, like, I don't know, someone who is very like their job or like their passion is to do something with wild animals or like in the ocean, you know, swim with sharks, stuff like that. And then they end up getting attacked and like they die.
Yeah.
And it's very much like, it was almost, I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it's almost like bound to happen. It sucks.
Like what happened to Steve Irwin?
Yeah. And it's fucking sad. Like it's
so
really
sad.
fucking sad. But then at the same time, it's like you're in that animal's territory. It's a wild animal. Like you could be so trained and so prepared, but like get so unlucky. Like it's always such a risk. And like there's a part of me that's like, why? And this isn't coming from a place of like a lack of empathy or sympathy. It's coming more from like, I'm so upset that it even had to happened in the first place, because like the animal doesn't know it.
The animal doesn't know. It's just
the animal doesn't
itself.
know. But it's like, why did you put yourself in that environment? But it's like, I understand why they did, but like, I don't know, like there was a video I recently came across. I think the audio is fake anyways, but it was this man, I forget his name. He was like a Steve Irwin type of guy, but specifically with bears.
Oh God.
and he was with his girlfriend, and they decided to like stay in like a area that had like a high grizzly population or something an extra night. And they both ended up being eaten alive by the bear, but like the camera, like their video recorder, this happened like a while ago, recorded the audio of the whole thing.
I cannot. Also, what scared me so much, we talked about bears the other day with like, because there's bears in our area, and we're talking about how there was a black bear like a few months ago walking around literally the streets, and what to do in that situation, because I did not grow up in the woods. So a friend of mine who knows a lot about bears was explaining like, so black bears, you can like fight back because you can get big and scare them, and like
they're smaller
and they're more timid.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you can, I mean, they could still attack for sure, but like you can really get in their face and scare them or whatever. Grizzly bears, it's like you have to act dead because they're so big and they can climb real fast and they can run real fast, and they,
especially if they're with their cubs.
Yes, like they don't give a shit. So like you play dead, because typically if you're dead, it's like sometimes what they think, and this is what this person told me, is that like, do I feel like killing you right now? That's like kind of how they think.
It's like a game,
because they're so big in the forest or the woods or whatever it is. Like they're the king, that they know just by, you know, evolution and instincts that like they can kill anything they want. So to them, a grizzly bear is like, do I feel like killing you right now? That's how they think. So if you play dead, it's kind of like takes the fun away. So like, yeah, whatever. And you're not a threat. So whatever. Hit or miss with them attacking you, unless you got bear spray. But a polar bear, forget it. You're dead, because they like to play. They're the biggest bears, and they don't come across food that often. So if you're around a polar bear, like that's it. Good night. That's kind of like, so
it's crazy because
it's sorry to cut you off. It's black, fight back; brown, lay down; white, good night. That's like the bear thing. Yeah. And so we were talking about that. And so this person that was
so a polar bear could take down a grizzly bear.
Yes. Okay. But they'll never be in the same area. But anyway, a bear, what they do to you, what this guy was saying, they like hold you down with their foot and they just eat your stomach. Like they just eat you. Yeah. They don't kill you first. Like a cat, like a cougar or whatever would like kill you. Because that's what they do. They kill first and then they eat.
Because then there's no threat while they're eating.
A bear will just eat you alive.
Yeah.
In my head, I think
it's agonizing.
My head, I think the pain would be so intense that hopefully like the adrenaline would kick in and you wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah. I did some research on that. That was like one of the things that I was like interested in finding out at one point, because I saw that video and I was like, what happens when you're being attacked by an animal? Like it must be the most unbearable pain, and also like psychologically it's so
like,
messed
you know
up
what's happening,
or like even just being like murdered.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, anyways, the body really does
protect
you. Obviously, it's fucked up, and like you could still feel pain and like just be completely like in terror.
Yeah.
But like the body, like the adrenaline kicks in like almost immediately. Like it kicks in really fucking fast.
I mean, there's people that survive shark attacks all the time that like the shark literally rips their leg off or their arm off and they don't even feel it.
Yeah.
Because it's like they don't even realize.
Yeah, like it kicks in so fast.
Yeah.
And like, especially depending on how much blood you lose, you could fall unconscious like very quickly.
That is true. Oh, this conversations make me feel weird.
I know. Why is it so like morbid? The fuck?
Honestly, this is so us though. We go into like the deepest, most fucked up conversations and then we're like, you want to go get coffee?
Yeah. Oh my.
Which is so messed up.
We're just girls.
Also,
I do want to like clarify, because I feel like I said a few things in this episode that like can be maybe like taken out of context, or like
people are always going to take anything we say out of context. 100%.
I'm not some like crazy person that thinks that like, you know, people should go around like murdering and eating other human beings.
Duh.
And, I also like I do think that humans like what you were saying is that's exactly it. It's like humans are smart.
Yeah.
And so that's why there's a big punishment for when like murder happens. depending on, you know,
mind you, I feel like a lot
happens.
of vegans would agree with what you're saying.
But I also like do think that like it's sad that like a lot of animals are,
it is sad,
like they're just killed. And
I don't like to think about it.
You know, like they still have feelings.
I know. I really, honestly,
still get scared.
It makes me really sad. That's why
they love their babies. They get scared.
Oh my God,
they
stop.
Like
no,
cuddling.
like I could cry. Like actually, like it really bothers me because, and this is why I became vegetarian for so long. And I didn't even care about my own fucking health because I was like, I cannot, like I could, first of all, I can never hunt. Like it's just something I'm not interested in. Can't even kill a fucking spider, even though I'm terrified of them because I feel bad.
Me too.
Like like if I stepped on an ant, I would feel so bad. Like that's literally how I feel because to me, a life is a life. I do see humans as above everything. Maybe that makes me awful.
We are at the top of the food chain.
We're smart.
Yeah.
Just we're smart. So like I think our brain helps us be at the top. But I do think that I personally know that I can't be vegetarian and be healthy in a long term. Like I not only enjoy the taste of meat, but it does wonders for my body and for my hormones. It does amazing things. And I dissociate when I go to the grocery store. And I live in an area that's very much like most of the meat that we get here at the grocery store and at the little markets, it's all fresh from the farms in the area that I live in, that I drive by every day. And I just kind of remove myself.
Yeah.
Even though
that's what I do too. I remove myself. Like if I have chicken or steak.
Yeah.
I like, it doesn't even register as an animal to me anymore. And like the other day I had tried, when I was in New York, I tried, it was sheep. It was lamb.
Oh, I don't like lamb.
And I was like, oh, I don't like the taste of it. And I was like, oh, it's like grossing me out. It's like an animal. I can't stop thinking about it. And my boyfriend was like, well, you eat chicken, you eat steak, you eat animals all the time. I'm like, yeah, but to me, they're like not. It's like not the same. He's like, it's the exact same.
Yeah, it's like even sushi. You know, like I fucking love sushi, and then I'm like, oh, it's a fish, the poor fish. You know, like I like feel bad.
Yeah,
I feel bad. You know, so it's like literally the reason why I became a vegetarian was I was in Hawaii 10 years ago, and we went snorkeling to see all the fishies, and the guide we were with was like, oh, watch this. We were like playing with this cute octopus. He bites the head of the octopus in like a weird way, not like a are gonna eat it. He just like does something and it turns like all gray, and we were like playing with it. We're like, oh, that's so cool. And I was like, when does it stop like freezing? And he's like, no, it's dead. And I was like, what? I was like playing with it, and then I like got all freaked out, and he like just threw it down, and I was like, you're just gonna, he goes, well, now it's food for the rest of the fish. And I was like, what the fuck? Like to him it was just so normal because that's like whatever. And
meanwhile,
to me,
you're like, you're a murderer. You just murdered that poor thing.
Like I was so upset. And I, from then on, became vegetarian and like stopped eating meat for how many years was I vegetarian? 3?
I think so.
Like, anyway. But yeah, that's the end of this. I would actually love to hear people's thoughts on this topic.
Yeah.
What are your hot takes? What are your opinions? Love to hear it. And we will be back next week with the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.